Hey, it's your girl, that strong leading lady, Rhonda, rocking my way to my promised land with the Finding Your Heart podcast. I am a wife, psalmist, entrepreneur, singer, missionary, mentor, coach, friend, and your inspirational strategist, bringing you inspiration from God, experiences, the Bible, and a few degrees. So, enough about me because really it's all about you and your life and your dreams and your goals. So, let's get started. Sharita, welcome to the Finding Your Heart podcast. We're excited to have
Thank you,
you.
Rhonda. I'm so excited to hear your voice. I'm so excited to share with you.
Interested in, going to see a therapist with dealing with relationships. Is that something that you all could assist with? I know that you're specifically in Arkansas, so you can only see persons in Arkansas, but if people needed to kind of work through just this, how do I tell this person they're sucking my energy? Would you suggest,
Absolutely.
people?
Absolutely. Yes. And honestly, I'm here to tap into another market, friendship counseling.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I just think that if you are struggling with relationships, friendships, courtships, whatever ship you own,
yes,
you go to speak to a therapist about it. Why? Because you're simply processing it. I think we have an unrealistic expectation on ourselves that we're supposed to have everything together. We're supposed to know everything, and we should have answers to it all. But unfortunately, we don't, and that's just the human nature side of us. And we need to sometimes process what season we're in. And we need to process with the therapist or clinician to kind of say, hey, you know what? I am really struggling with my best friend. I am really struggling with my husband. I am struggling with my in-laws. Can you please help me filter some of these things out that I'm experiencing? Please confirm that I am not going to lose my mind in all of this.
yes.
Please confirm that I will be okay. And it's completely fine to speak to somebody about that.
That's so good. I have a question, and for you, another question. How, as we were talking about going to see a therapist, but are there certain things that we should look for when we are trying to choose a good therapist or an appropriate therapist? Because if I was in Arkansas, well, you're a friend, so I don't know if you can see me if I was in Arkansas, but how do you choose a good therapist? Because there's so many different people out there practicing so many different ways.
Sure.
For the Christian woman, or the Christian man,
For the Christian woman?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. I would say your first place would be to speak word of mouth. So just kind of asking around, like, hey, girl, I'm interested in therapy. Have you been in therapy? Or, bro, like, hey, have you seen a therapist? It's very uncommon for a man to be in therapy right now, but it's growing. It is growing, and it's such a blessing to see it as a clinician. Oh, my gosh, it just makes me so happy to see Black males come to counseling.
Yes.
But start there, word of mouth, and get a good referral. Start there, or you can check out, there's a popular website called Psychology Today. Psychology Today basically breaks down states, and by state and by city, you can search for a clinician in your particular area. When you go to your particular area, whatever city you live in, it will give you a listing of a ton of therapists. And basically, it'll have profiles for every therapist that's on that website. Go to their website, kind of read through their bios. And if you're kind of feeling them, based upon what they're sharing, go ahead and reach out to them.
Right.
The thing that people don't tell you is you can interview your therapist.
Okay.
Why? Because you're investing your money. Some therapists take insurance. Some therapists are private pay. I happen to be a private pay therapist. But yeah, interview your therapist. Ask them how long their sessions are. Ask them what their theoretical approach is. Ask them how long they've been practicing. Now, granted, just because they've been practicing for a year or less does not mean they are not effective. And just because they've been practicing for 50 years does not mean they are effective.
Right.
So interview them. Ask them biblical worldview.
You said ask them their biblical worldview?
Yeah, ask them. Yes, ask them if they're okay with sharing their biblical worldview.
Okay.
As far as being a Christian therapist, because some therapists will let you know, yes, I am Christian. I love the Lord and I follow Jesus. Absolutely. But then you have other therapists who are more reserved, and obviously it's not being reserved because they're ashamed of the gospel, but it's more so because we're trained to not impose our bias on potential clients or current clients.
Gotcha.
Okay? So you get to interview. Whatever you need to ask to feel comfortable, ask. You don't have to book without asking.
Right.
So yeah, the same way we're interviewing our clients and getting to know them, same thing for us. You get to ask us questions as well.
That's good. Oh, these are so good. Okay, so I have one more question, I think. One more question, you guys. So let's talk about the church and therapy. So I absolutely love the fact of being able to have clinical therapists who are members of the church, who actually can practice at the church. Maybe they're members or not members, but can practice at the church. A lot of times, especially with pastors, they are looked to for spiritual counsel and, guidance through life from different members and things of that sort. Do you see that there is a need for more spiritual church leaders to go more the clinical route to be able to serve their members? Or do you think that let the clinical therapist be the clinical therapist within the churches?
Okay. And I hope I don't offend anybody.
I hope not either. And if you do, it's fine.
I guess I can say this and it'll be okay because my husband is also a staff pastor.
Yeah.
So, we kind of have this understanding that your role is the pastor. Your role is to lead the people. Your role is to shepherd the people. And I'm the clinician. I'm the therapist. My role is to counsel. Yes, there is a difference between the two types of counsel. Generally, if you have a pastor who's giving counseling, they're going to give you pretty much probably all Bible-based. And that's fine too. Not against that whatsoever. I am just more integrative, where I believe you need to apply Bible and practical. And so to answer your question, I personally and professionally believe that the pastor should just be the pastor. Because you have too much on your plate as it is to be, going to the hospitals and praying for folk and getting your message and your sermons and things of that sort together. That takes a lot of energy and a lot of work. And it is just a bit too much to have here we go, expectations of the lay members to say, you know what, I'm going to call my pastor today. Well, baby girl, your pastor is tired too.
Yes.
He's tired too. He is tired. He has his own family. He is worn out.
Yes.
If we're keeping it real, it's not fair to expect for our leaders to also counsel us. We have to do our own work.
Yes.
And not expect for our pastors and our leaders to do the work for us or on behalf of us. It's not fair.
Yes.
It's not fair at all. And so with that being said, I firmly believe that we should have clinical staff if possible at the church, but then allow the pastor to simply be the pastor.
I love it.
A lot of times we won't probably in the church. You probably won't see a therapist on staff per se, only because that becomes a blur in boundaries. So, for instance, this is my church member, but this is also my therapist. And then you try to have a therapy session Sunday after church.
Right.
That's not the time or you know what I'm saying? That's not the time or the place, because then we get into ethics.
Yes.
And then when you start talking about ethical violations, then sis, you put my license at risk.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And we can't have that.
Schedule your appointment, please. During my office hours.
Book an appointment.
Yes.
Here's my number. Shoot me an email and I got you.
Yes.
But for the sake of just keeping the peace in the church and just meeting the spiritual need, in addition to the practical need, I really believe that pastors should just be pastoring and focusing on that. And the counselor, the Lord has given us the skills and the time and the money and the resources to do this, just like he has the pastor. And so I think the two should be separate.
Yeah, thank you for taking a stance on that, because my husband recently, just started pastoring, and one of the things we said that we weren't gonna do is to take on that role as a counselor, because that's just too much. One, we're not trained to do all of that, and two, I want you to go to someone that can help you, and mainly let it be kind of a team effort to get you to the place that you want to be, rather than you looking to one person for all of your answers. So
your answers, and that's the thing, a therapist is not going to give you the answers.
Yes.
A pastor probably will give you the answers, because I mean that's just kind of what pastors do for the most part. They're just kind of giving you, well, this is what the Word of God says, and this is my wisdom on it, and I'm giving this to you cut and drop. Whereas the therapist is going to help you figure out the answers, and you're going to process through the thing, and you're going to actually do the work that's required to obtain where you're trying to go.
Right. And not a quick fix, which
is that
not a quick fix, and then next week we're dealing with the same thing. So, oh my goodness, Sharita, I could keep going on and on, but this is so good. I hope we can have you back again, because I enjoyed you, and I know that everybody else will enjoy you as well. At least they'll be able to connect with you. Is there anything else like you want to share with us at this time?
I would just say one last thing as it relates to our conversations about boundaries. We talked about doing your own work. Just two more things.
Oh, yes.
I would just encourage you to just be okay with saying no. It's okay to say no. And then be okay with communicating the hard things. And then we might have to put a pause on that and do a part 2.
We are, yes. I'm glad you're open to it, because I'm like, you're just spitting so much wisdom and just practical, just knowledge and application, and making even me think more about my relationships and what have I not communicated.
Sure.
And what do I probably need to go back and try to communicate better? So, that's so good. You are truly worthy of so much celebration. If anybody else hasn't told you, you are amazing and you rock, okay?
Thanks, girl.
So tell us before you go, like, where people can connect with you if they want to follow you, or just want to follow up with you with any questions or anything.
Okay, so you can definitely follow me on Facebook and Instagram. My Facebook is Sharita R. Bilson, and on Instagram I am Mrs. Sharita Bilson, MRS Sharita Bilson. As it relates to anyone who is interested in counseling in the state of Arkansas, you can reach out to me via email, and that is therapywithsharita@gmail.com.
Awesome. Again, guys, Sharita is in Arkansas, so she cannot serve you if you do not live in the state of Arkansas. But please follow her, share her tips that she gives on being black and going to go see therapists and just being a black therapist. Share all that. Follow her. It's just amazing. So, Sharita, thank you times a million. Oh, my goodness.
Thank you, Rhonda.
If anybody's thinking about going to go see a therapist, we are just hoping and praying that you just launch out and do it. As she has told us multiple times, do the work.
Go.
Yes. And go. So thanks again, Sharita. We appreciate you. And we're going to have you back again.
Sweet. Thank you.
You know I love you, right? So please take a few seconds to like this particular episode, subscribe to my channel, and share this with someone you know. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Finding Your Heart Incorporated, or Instagram FYH4U, the number 4U. Rock you because God wants you to, and nobody else can rock like you can.